Oh, hello and welcome into Free and Easy Project Collaboration Guide for Unreal Engine video series. Okay, let's go into it. Alright, so welcome to Free and Easy Project Collaboration Setup Guide for Unreal Engine. Or in other words, how to work with others on the same project while using Unreal Engine 4. And all of this for free. And the setup itself is easy. So let's go through the overview. If you don't know yourself already, why would you need something like this? Let's go through some general use cases. You would need this if you want to simultaneously work with collaborators on the same project, and by collaborators we mean friends, colleagues, partners, clients, etc. etc. You wouldn't need something like this if you want to be better organized. You would need something like this if you want to keep your projects safe in a cloud. You want to save some time and money. Your clients need a way to access and download your work in cases when they want to revisit the changes that you've done, to catch up with the progress, etc. etc. Alright, proceeding. Let's go through the requirements. So, in order to run this setup, you would need Windows operation system, while Git does support other OSs, but since Unreal Engine 4 is Windows exclusive, so yeah, this is like a thing. So proceeding, you would need GitHub account. If you don't have one already, you can go to github.com/join and register yourself, and it's pain-free and easy setup as well. Of course, you would need internet connection. And as fast as possible internet connection is recommended, but yeah, do your best and try to find the best internet. You would also need Epic Games account. Well, this is something obvious, but I wanted to include that as well. Your projects would have to have files smaller than 100 megabytes. This is because 100 megabytes per file is GitHub's free plan limit. This doesn't necessarily mean that your repositories or projects are not allowed to have files that are bigger than 100 megabytes, but for the sake of simplicity for this video series, let's stick to files that are smaller than 100 megabytes in file size. But I'm also going to create another video which is going to showcase how you can have a workaround solution for situations like this. And also you would need any Unreal Engine version installed, and at the time of filming this video series, 4.26 Unreal Engine version is the latest one. Alright, proceeding. Let's go through the breakdown. What is Git, what is GitHub, and what is Git GUI? Alright, so Git is a version source control software. It is used for tracking changes and keeping historical versions of the project's files. So it's like a manager of your files, and basically a piece of software that is dealing with all the files and repositories and project files in overall. Alright. GitHub, which is owned by Microsoft by the way, is a hosting platform for Git repositories or projects. GitHub's free plan offers plenty of stuff, but there is also a paid plan. Note that GitHub, as previously mentioned, offers 100 megabytes as file size limit on its free plan. As I said, in normal circumstances, you should never need to store files bigger than 100 megabytes. If you need to do so, consider using LFS, which stands for large file size. But as I said already, workaround technique is going to be filmed in a separate video and demonstrated. Now, coming to Git GUI, or Git Graphics User Interface, is a separate application which works together with Git and makes Git stuff human readable. Proceeding. And now let's go through this diagram that I drew myself and to explain things visually from theoretical perspective. So first and foremost, we have our GitHub account, which is hosting our repositories, and one repository is per project. So I have 3 repositories at the moment, but we are gonna be focusing on this green one as our main project, so to call it. But I wanted to showcase that you can also have other projects or repositories in your GitHub account, and those don't necessarily have to be Unreal Engine based projects. They can be something else. Feel free to choose and use GitHub for other projects. But for the time being, we are going to be focusing on this green one. And we have our imaginary team of 5 people. We have level designer, programmer, animator, technical artist, and 2D artist. And in this imaginary example, I made it so that our 2D artist, as you can see, is not collaborating with the rest of the team on our green project. He's working with technical artist on some other project, the third project in this case. And we also have technical artist and our programmer working on this second project. But coming back to our main and first project, we have a group of 4 people working on it at the same time. We have level designer, we have our programmer, animator, and technical artist. They can work on it at the same time, but they can't work on the same files at the same time, which is going to be covered in next videos separately. But they can also work individually. For example, our level designer can work on an environment on its own, and for example, technical artist and animator can work on our characters, animations, whatever, and programmer can be working on its own code or scripts, or maybe helping other guys and collaborating with them. And all of these things are going to be covered in more detail in the upcoming videos. So the next steps would be to download and install Git for Windows. This is covered in the next video of this video series. Git is supported by other OSs, but Unreal Engine is Windows OS only, so we need Git for Windows. And you can go to the link that you can see on the screen. The second step would be to download and install any of the Git graphic user interfaces out there available. And you can see the link on the screen as well. So this is the link. As I said already, I personally prefer source tree, which will be covered in a separate video. But as I said, there are other Git GUIs out there, so feel free to choose one, but I personally recommend source tree. The third step would be to create a project or repository on GitHub, or if you already have your GitHub/repository on your GitHub account, then you would have to clone the project itself. So let's say that you already have your project, but you've reinstalled your Windows or reinstalled your repositories, or maybe, God forbid, lost your project files or something bad happened, and then you have to download the project, or in other words, clone it from your GitHub repository. And then the fourth step would be to start developing and enjoy this setup, which allows you to be more organized, be prepared in cases if something bad happens with your local files, and have easier time collaborating with your friends, colleagues, or partners, whoever you want to collaborate with in your projects, and all in all, make your life more easy, and all of this for free. Thank you for watching this overview video. Make sure to watch the rest of this playlist, as I said, which is going to host videos which are going to explain all of these things into more details. And also don't forget to visit our website, which is valsogard.com, to follow more content like this. And also make sure to subscribe to our Valsogard YouTube channel.